Hey, how's it going, everybody? I'm Shizurow, and welcome to my draft analysis for the UNPL. Better late than never, right? So the UNPL is a league run by Danny Mac and a few others. Danny was the one that just invited me in, so I'm just going to say it's Danny's league. So yeah, we are of course doing the in the new DLC, the Teal Mask, which is great, introduces a lot of new Pokemon along with a ton of returning ones. And that is just fantastic. So yeah, a little bit spoiled by the thumbnail, a couple of our picks, but that is alright. Let's go ahead and just get into a quick little breakdown of what the rules and what to expect from this league. So this is Season 3, so they're up and running really strong. There is 2 divisions in this. We have the Uva and the Naranja. UNPL is Uva Naranja Premier League, so makes sense. We were actually pick 1 in the Naranja Division, which is amazing, fantastic. So we got first overall pick, which is only happened to me. I think this is the 3rd time in any draft, so that's pretty cool. So anyway, there's gonna be 9 weeks. We are gonna be uploading on Saturdays for now. So this coming Saturday is going to be week 1. Like I said, DA's coming out late, but you know, better late than never, right? So there's that. Top 8 are going to make playoffs. We had 10 to 12 Pokemon to pick with a 115 point budget. We also had an 18 point Terra Captain budget, and our captains could only be 12 points or less. So quote unquote low tier Terra. I think personally this is probably the best way that I've played with Terra. I still think that Terra is an inherently broken mechanic, and it's not exactly healthy, but this seems like a pretty good way to do it for the most part. We can pick up to 3 captains out of that budget, and they can only up Terra up to 3 different types, and one of them does have to be a stab. So, not the best solution, but honestly there really is no good solution for Terra, at least in singles, in my opinion. Like, it's just, like I said, it's just an inherently broken mechanic. It's just not very good. But it is what it is. So yeah, yeah, pretty much that's about it. If you have any more questions, please let me know down below. I'll be happy to try my best to answer and stuff like that. Also, while you're down there, check all the other coaches in the league. This is going to be great. Everybody's going to be uploading every week, so you're going to have plenty of content to watch. So at least 24 videos every week on top of all the other stuff that the UNPL is doing. So that is just wonderful. So enough with the ramble, though. Let's finally get into our first pick, and you already know what it is. It's Darkrai, the best Pokemon in the game. 100%, hands down. He's literally tattooed on my freaking body. I had to. So yeah, they threw it out there and said, hey, should we allow Darkrai? And I freaking lobbied so hard, and I got the vote to go my way. And yes, we're getting to use my favorite Pokemon of all time in my favorite format of all time, and I could not be more excited. So yeah, this will come every single week. But yeah, no, Darkrai, incredible Pokemon. 125 base speed is excellent, gives it that elite speed tier status. Good lord, I can't talk. That I love to have on my teams. Insanely powerful special attacker. Also doesn't have the worst bulk in the world, despite a low HP stat. But yeah, the Bad Dreams ability, it did get Dark Void nerfed heavily. Thanks, Smeargle, you little asshole. But we do still have Hypnosis. At least there's that. But I mean, you don't have to always rely on that for this Pokemon. It's just like a nice extra buff, which is just absolutely insane. So yeah, Darkrai, I'm just so happy to be able to use my favorite Pokemon in draft finally, after sitting out an entire generation, because I started drafting Generation 8, so I just never got the chance to. But now here we are, and I'm just so happy. So shout outs to Danny and the rest of the league, really, for allowing this Pokemon. So enough gushing about Darkrai. Let's go ahead and do our next pick. So we had to wait a long time to go down and up, but we did end up getting Zapdos as our next book, which is fantastic. So if you don't know, Zapdos is possibly my best performing Pokemon in draft ever. Like, this Pokemon is just so good. It did lose Defog, which really sucks, but it still has boots. It still has, like, its defensive Rocky Helmet set. Still got static, which is really, really good for this Pokemon. And it did keep Roost, which some of the other birds lost, which is fantastic for this Pokemon. Just in general, incredible offensive pressure, good speed, good bulk, just a incredibly versatile and powerful Pokemon that, personally, not to toot my own horn, I think I use pretty well. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing Zapdos return onto the team, and I love this Pokemon. It's just such a good Pokemon. It just really fits my style as well, which is very nice. So yeah, and of course we have a wheel pick, so we ended up picking up Iron Treads. All generation, I've been wanting to use this Pokemon, and it always gets sniped on round 2 when I'm about to pick it. But we finally picked it up. So Iron Treads, fantastic Pokemon. 106 is such a good, like, kind of trolley speed tier. It hits pretty hard, not as hard as its cousin Great Tusk, of course, but it's got good defense, it's got good speed, it's got a fantastic move pool, obviously, incredible Rapid Spinner, and like Stealth Rocker and stuff like that. But yeah, Ground Steel is a great typing, gives us a good ground type, a good steel type, all in one, good roll compression, just in general, just a really good freaking Pokemon. Nothing really too crazy about this Pokemon. You know, it can run just a multitude of different stats, like, you know, booster injury stats, Assault Vest. You know, it can run, like, you know, Chople Berry and stuff like that. Boosts its already good natural defenses and stuff, outside of the special defense, of course. But yeah, it's just a good Pokemon in general. I think it pairs pretty well so far with the rest of my team. So, going down and up all the way again, it is time for us to pick up the next thing, and we have a really strong core going into our next wheel here. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and just show it off here. We got the Rillaboom to pair with the Sneasler. If you saw me in the CBN, which is my own draft league, I paired these two together in VGC, and they were incredibly powerful together. So first up, Sneasler, incredibly strong Pokemon, 130 base attack. We have really strong special attackers. We needed to pair that up with really powerful physical attackers as well. And, you know, you can't get much better than Sneasler. Dire Claw is an asshole move. I love it. And I hate getting it used against me, but, you know, there it is. Unburden is fantastic with Rillaboom. With the Grassy Surge, we are able to proc the Unburden very easily with, like, a Grassy Seed. But in singles, we have a lot more options. We can go for, like, wider close combat and stuff like that as well. Because, like, the pace is slightly slower in singles. So we can definitely try to set this thing up. This Pokemon is an absolute monster. And I am definitely looking forward to seeing this thing, see how it's gonna pop off this game. And yeah, so it didn't get knockoff though, unfortunately, which is a little crazy, honestly. But it did get Lash Out, so at least that's a minor upgrade to its dark coverage. So there's that. But yeah, Sneasler is just fantastic, and just to pair with it, Rillaboom, fantastic Pokemon. It got Grassy Glide back, which is great, although it is a little bit nerfed. That's okay. Grassy Glide is still very, very powerful on this Pokemon. 125 base attack is just nuts. And it actually has pretty good speed and pretty solid bulk as well. Like, I mean, its special defense isn't the best, but throw a Assault Vest on there, 100 base HP, it's gonna take a few hits. And it's a pretty good Scarfer if you don't want to go for the Grassy Glide kind of sets and stuff as well. You know, it's got U-Turn, got knockoff still as well, which is great. Got high horsepower back, which is nice. So that's pretty awesome. So yeah, Rillaboom, just another really just good Pokemon. Like, they're leaving these really strong cores on the table for me, and I don't see a reason not to. So again, another good strong physical attacker as well to pair with my strong special attackers as well, just to balance that out. So yep, down and up we go, and it's my turn to pick next, and Florges is still on the board. Why? Yeah, Florges looks fantastic. I love this Pokemon. I have it in another. I've had it in another league. I've had like Sylveon is a very comparable Pokemon. Sylveon did go relatively early, but we have a really good fairy. I'm honestly surprised that Florges lasted this long. Sure, its abilities are completely useless in singles for the most part. But like incredible special defense, really strong special attack, and actually it has good speed for what it is, of course. And I think a lot of people sleep on Florges for its speed. Like, they think it's only going to be just sitting there, you know, just not really doing a whole lot, you know, going for Wish, Protect, shenanigans and stuff like that, which it does do very well, but, you know, being able to go offensive with this thing is pretty good. It is lacking in coverage, not going to lie. Pretty much only has grass and fairy moves, but sometimes that's all you really need. So yeah, Pokemon is just really strong. I'm just super happy to have a good fairy that just stuck around this long, which is just awesome. And next up, though, on the wheel, we ended up picking up Basculegion, and this is the first of our Terra Captains. Now, we have to use Basculegion male. They were split in the draft, which is fair. Certainly makes sense. You know, some leagues can combine them, some want to split them, it's fine. So yeah, Swift Swim, Adaptability, and Mold Breaker, all really good abilities. I have used the female to run like Choice Scarf Adaptability sets and stuff like that, which is very, very cool. The Terra types that we're going for, both stabs. What else do I need, really? It's like, this Pokemon did not get Poltergeist for some reason. Why? Come on. So I do get to run Terra Blast Adaptability boosted freaking Ghost, which is pretty cool. Oh wait, well, you know what I mean. So but yeah, Ghost Terra Blast is just gonna be good just to give it a good stab. And then Water is just good to, you know, just be able to be a gigantic nuke. I honestly couldn't really think of another good type, so I just kind of stuck with Fairy. Fairy's a decent offensive typing, and it helps me live, like, the Sucker Punches potentially coming my way as well. Could be very useful there. But yeah, Basculegion is great. It also got Flip Turn. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, Basculegion is fantastic, but we do have to pair it with some other fun stuff, and we're, of course, bringing the rain. If you don't know me, you know I love me some freaking weather. I started playing in Generation 5, the definitive weather generation. I love weather. I was born in it. I was bred in it. So yeah, I was raised by it. Whatever the fucking Bane quote is. So yeah, I love Politoed. I know that Pelipper is usually considered better, but Politoed just has good utility that Pelipper doesn't really have. Like, it has better special defense, for sure, so it can be kind of like a bulky, especially defensive wall. It has, like, Perish Song to stop potential sweeps and stuff like that. It just has good utility. It doesn't have any kind of pivoting, which is certainly the thing that Pelipper has over it, so you can get your offensive threats onto the field a little bit easier. But as you can see so far, we're not really going for like a strong rain team. We're just going for a bunch of really good Pokemon plus a freaking small rain core to enable the Basculegion even more, which is incredibly powerful. And none of my Pokemon really so far really care if rain is up. If anything, it's a benefit to them, you know, so that's really cool. So yeah, especially with Zapdos as well, being able to hit like Hurricane for free is nice because it doesn't have Air Slash, and I wouldn't run Air Slash anyway because that's a pussy move. We're freaking men here. We fucking hit hurricanes. So, I'm sorry, never mind. But yeah, so Politoed, fantastic little support Pokemon. I love it. It did lose Scald. That kind of sucks, but it is what it is. But yeah, Politoed, I'm looking forward to using my boy back in the rain. So next up, though, the return of Dunsparce. That's right, Dunsparce is back. Fun fact, Dunsparce, for the large majority of this generation, has been in my top 10 of kill leaders. He has recently fallen out of the top 10. he told me he's not happy about that. So we got to do some work and get little Dunny some kills this season so he can get back up into that top 10. Of course, Dunny is going to be one of our Terra captains as well, so that's definitely going to help out. Normal, because we have to, and then Water and Fairy, just good defensive types to pair along with Dunsparce. I think it's just little Dunny, like, if leagues keep disrespecting little Dunny and putting him down into, like, 3 points, I'm going to keep taking it. Dunny is amazing. This Pokemon is incredible. So, like, he gets rocks. He gets freaking reliable recovery. It got toxic back. Come on. Why are you disrespecting little Dunny? This Pokemon is insane, like, for its value. I love it. I'm so happy. And then, of course, Serene Grace is just so freaking annoying. And I love it. So yeah, little Dunny is making a reappearance. I am super happy to have him back, and I cannot wait to get my boy back up into the top 10 of my kill leaders. So looking very forward to that. And last but not least, we're going to be picking up Ariados for my final pick. I know I pronounce it weird. Give me comments. I don't care. So yeah, Bug Poison type gives us a secondary grounded poison, which is very nice. I think that's kind of useful for times where I don't necessarily want to bring in Sneasler early. I can use Ariados to potentially soak up Toxic Spikes, which is cool. Actually has some pretty good useful abilities. Swarm is good just to boost power of bug moves, and, you know, because I'm using like maybe a focus sash set or something like that. Insomnia, so I can't be like slept on lead, which is cool. And then Sniper is just good for you know, damage and stuff like that. So this is of course another Terra Captain. Bug, Ghost, and Fire. So it doesn't really have a lot to hit like steel types and stuff like that, so we kind of just said, let's just throw fire on there. And I think a lot of people also disrespect Ariados's freaking offense. Like, 90 base attack isn't the best, but it still can hit pretty damn hard, and that's pretty cool. So Ghost just to potentially, you know, block a rapid spin, which is pretty cool. And it does get Shadow Sneak, so it can get stab boosted Terra Ghost Shadow Sneaks. That's pretty cool. So, but yeah, this Pokemon, very cool. Obviously not going to come every single week, but having the pressure of webs alone in Team Preview is enough to force prep. And I always like having webs, and that's very, very cool. So, and of course we have the Iron Treads to pair along with it. So, yeah, overall, this is the team. I really like the team. I really like this team. I'm kind of looking forward to using it. I don't know how well it's gonna do, but I think it's definitely one of the stronger teams in the league personally. It just kind of covers a lot of bases, and my style with this, I think, is going to be just bring a ton of stuff to just put on immense amounts of pressure, and one of them will work. So yeah, it's like we have the Bastia Legion in Rain, we have Sneasler, we have Zapdos and Darkrai, you know, being offensive powerhouses. We have Florges for being a bulky bastard, along with always the threat of little Dunny. So you cannot disrespect little Dunny. I'm warning you, I will get another freaking coil sweep with little Dunny. I don't know when, but it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Hold me to it. So, anyway, that's gonna be it for me today, though, guys. Let me know what you think of the team down below in the comments. Like I said, better late than never on my draft analysis here. You know, shout outs to all the rest of the league. And yeah, just go give them some love down below. You know, hit all those links, hit all those little subscribe buttons and all that fun stuff. And I thank you all so much for watching. Like, comment, sub, all that fun stuff. I love you all. Deuces.